welcome to the NFL live stream from NFL UK Ops of the NFC Championship game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. We're sure to be in for a fantastic game, and not only one fantastic game today, but two, with the Kansas City Chiefs playing against the Cincinnati Bengals later on today, which we will also be live streaming. So if you're joining us now, please stick around. I know it's going to be a late one for us, but we're going to be going all the way through to probably about 3 o'clock in the morning watching that game. So make sure you stick around with us. So welcome to the NFL UK Ops live play-by-play reaction stream. Thank you very much for joining us. Just make sure that you come and say hi. All NFL fans are welcome in our streams, in our chats. Let us know your thoughts and opinions now. Who do you think is going to win this game? Who do you think is going to win the AFC Championship later on? And of course, throughout the game, let us know your thoughts and opinions. The more interaction, the better the streams are. So thank you very much for everyone that has joined us so far. I say hi in the chat. We've got Munzi already in the chats. Thank you very much. Big up, mates. Good to see you. Andy's calling for the Red Bull already. It's a bit early for that. We've still got about 7 hours of football to go through yet, but we'll need that probably later on. So if with us, let us know where you are watching today's game from, who you're wanting to win or who you expect to win this game. Such a tough game to call, this one. We did a poll on Twitter and on YouTube, and both were very, very close, just over 50-50 and just around 50-50 rather. And both had the 49ers just winning that one. And then in terms of the later game, the Bengals and Chiefs, it seemed to be the Bengals that were more heavily favoured. I don't know whether that's down to the injury to Patrick Mahomes, perhaps. I don't know whether it's because Joe Burrow's 3-0 against the Chiefs, but the Bengals heavily favoured in that one to make it back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. So we'll find out very shortly if that happens. So we've got Eric in the chat. Thank you very much for joining, Eric. Hope you're well. We go here for 49ers for the win. Is that you wanting the 49ers to win, Eric, or you expect the 49ers to win? Please let us know. So we did a prediction video this week, released yesterday, of what we thought was going to happen in the championship games, who we picked to win this game, and then who we picked to win the AFC Championship game. Very tough games to call. There's no real underdogs in these games. It could really just be one moment that decides who wins this. We expect this one to be very, very close. A one score, possibly a field goal, being the difference between the 49ers and Eagles. I mean, ourselves, we picked the 49ers 27-24. And then later on, the Bengals and Chiefs, we put that all down on how fit Patrick Mahomes is, how he's able to move around in the pocket with that high ankle sprain he sustained last week. So it's all on his health. If he's able to do that and make those magic plays that he can, the Chiefs have got a chance. If he's not, if he is hampered, then we're back in the Bengals. We have gone with the Bengals winning that one. We don't think that Mahomes is going to be able to move around as much. And I don't think the Chiefs are going to be able to stop the Bengals offense too many times. So we're going with the Bengals in that one. But again, make sure you stick around because we are going to be live streaming the Chiefs and Bengals game straight after this one. So make sure you stick around for that, which is sure to be another brilliant game. We should be treated into two amazing matchups today.
Dolphinatic.
Yo, what's up? Dolphinatic in the house. Nashville's joined us. Thank you very much for posting earlier on Twitter. We really appreciate your support as well and getting that out there. So thank you very much for always retweeting our things as well. Let us know who you're backing in this game. Are you going with the 49ers or Eagles? So he said, I think both 49ers and Bengals win tonight. Unfortunately, I won't get to see too much of the later game. Is it an early one for you tomorrow? Work? Yeah, we've got work as well, but sacrifices have to be made, Eric.
He's already in the second half.
So, as Anne said, Dolphinatic, thanks again for your tweets and kind words, as we've already said. So thank you very much for that. And Eric said, I'm already in the second half, no spoilers yet. Thank you very much. Yeah, keep that to yourself, Eric. So Dolphin Athletics going Eagles. Okay, it's such a tough one to call. This is going to, as I say, if it goes to schedule this game, then it's going to go to deep into the fourth quarter and likely to be whoever possesses the ball last, the last second field goal. We'll have to wait and see. Right, looks like we're ready to kick off. It's going to be the 49ers kicking off to the Philadelphia Eagles to start this game. So here we go. So we've got 6 a.m. start for Eric as well. Yeah, just a bit late for me. It was about 6:30 for me. So we go, kick is up. And it is returnable from the 4-yard line. Makes back to the 20, finds a gap at the 30 and breaks through to the 34-yard line. So a decent return for the Eagles. And good starting field position for Jalen Hurts. We've got some pushing and shoving already. Very early on. So the Eagles are going to start with the ball first. Now again, thank you very much for your support, Dolphin Attic. Very much appreciated. So here we go. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun. Snap back to him, looking to pass. Quick fire out to A.J. Brown. Managed to gain about 5 yards through the air. That's going to be a big matchup today. The 49ers defense have struggled against number one receivers, especially in the playoffs. DK Metcalf had a big game against them in the wildcard round. So did CeeDee Lamb last weekend. Now, how do they shut down A.J. Brown? You know, we've got Devonta Smith as well. So they're going to have to find answers quickly. There's a handoff up the middle. And it's good run by Sanders for a first down, 7 yards on the ground. That's a first down. Oh, no. That's Fred Warner down on the ground at the minute. That would not be good news for the 49ers. A huge part of the 49ers defense. That would not be good news. Let's have a look on the replay. Helmet. I was wondering if it's a neck injury. His helmet hit the shoulder pad of Sanders. I wonder if he's jarred his neck. That's just while we're at a very early injury game break. So Andy's just said, Dolphin Attic, who's going to be your QB1 next year? Brady. It seems to, there's news this week, actually, just being released actually today, I think it was, that the Dolphins are not going to pursue Brady, which quite a lot of Dolphin fans are happy about. But perhaps. What do you think, Tua? Do we think Tua, or do we think they look elsewhere? Nice to join us. What's good, my guy? I hope you're well. Let us know, are you a 49ers and Eagles fan? Let us know in the comments. Who do you expect to win? Thank you very much for joining us. So while we're early into the game as well, let us know your thoughts in the comments, your score predictions. Who do you think is going to win this one? And give us your score. So we predicted in our video yesterday that the 49ers will win 27-24 with a last-second field goal or potentially it going into overtime. So going with the Eagles. Are you an Eagles fan? Let us know if you're an Eagles fan or you just expect the Eagles to win. Yeah, I don't want to see Brady in a Finn Juni. Tua will be our QB. I hope he is. You know, terribly unlucky. Yeah, is it 3 concussions, potentially 4 concussions he's had this season? Terribly unlucky. And in looking so good at times this season as well. I mean, he was well within the MVP shout at one point in the season before getting, obviously, another concussion. So I'd like to see Tua back. It's just going to be very tough for him. You know that defense is going to be gunning for him. Fred Warner's going to the blue tent. I hope that's not too serious for this 49ers team. So we go 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line for the Eagles. Hurts looking to pass. Out to the left. Short pass to Goddard, who managed to gain 3 yards before being brought down. Goddard had that fantastic one-handed touchdown catch last week to get the Eagles off and running against the Giants. It looks like good news for Warner. It looks like he's back on the sideline. Hopefully she'll be able to come back in on the next play after this one. So 2nd and 8 for the Eagles, up near halfway. Hurts looking to pass. He starts off running, scrambles out to his right, still looking downfield. High steps a little and then steps out of bounds for a 1-yard gain. That's the dual threat that Jalen Hurts poses. And good news for the 49ers, Fred Warner's back in. Such a huge part of that 49ers defense. Andy says, we always predict a last-second field goal. Hope Tua will be healthy. We didn't for the second game, actually. So 3rd and 8. Can the Eagles convert or can the 49ers stop? They look like they're showing heavy pressure. They've got 7 defensive players up on this. They do send pressure. It's a big blitz. He gets the ball out. It's a great pass. A great pass and catch from Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown for the first down. Under pressure, straight up the middle. Hurts managed to scramble out to his right, and A.J. Brown, going down low, managed to scoop it off just before it hits the turf. And that was quick thinking from Jalen Hurts and a good catch from A.J. Brown. So the Eagles are into 49er territory. And it's a handoff up the middle. Sanders going nowhere, though. Stopped at the line.
Sorry.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Good start for the Eagles, this. Already into 49ers territory. The 2nd and 10 from the 49ers 42-yard line. Spread formation for Jalen Hurts. Again, the 49ers are showing pressure. They don't send it. They back off this time. Jalen Hurts looking to pass. Starts scrambling out to his right. He's under pressure. Throws it away out of bounds. Oh, it looks like it was picked off, but it was definitely out of bounds. Hufanga.
Defense doing good.
Going to the Pro Bowl this season. Yeah, so it's well secured by Nick Bosa. Stopping him from breaking contain on the outside. So it's 3rd and 10 now. Can the 49ers get off the field and force a punt? It's empty backfield now for Jalen Hurts. Snap back to him. Looking to pass. Throws it short. It's short of the line to gain. He gains about 7 to Goddard, but only gains 7. That's going to be up 4th and short. Do the Eagles go early? How aggressive they're going to be in this game? It'll be right on the edge of field goal range, probably about 52, 53-yard field goal. It looks like they are going to go for it. So big play already in this one. Empty backfields for Jalen Hurts. Got motion coming across. Snap back to Jalen Hurts. Scrambles out to his left. He's under pressure. He's looking for someone downfield. Lofts it down the left sideline. Oh, what a catch! What a catch from Smith. Right around the 6-yard line, going up and grabbing it. What a fantastic catch. It looked like it was going over his head. Reaching up and staying in bounds. What a catch from Devonta Smith. First and goal for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts got plenty of time. Still got time, standing in there. Still got time, still standing. And eventually tries to throw it short, but it falls incomplete. But that fourth down play from Jalen Hurts, scrambling out to his left, lost it down the left sideline. It looks like he's going over Smith's head, and he reaches out with his left hand, snags it one-handed. So his right hand, sorry. Snags it one-handed, lands in bounds. I don't know if the ball came out, actually. It was under his body. I'll be interested to see again, but it doesn't matter. Second and goal. So second and goal for the Eagles on the 6-yard line. It's a handoff up the middle. And he steps in, Sanders, untouched. And that is an Eagles touchdown. What a great start for the Eagles in this one. Driven down the field. Extended on that fourth down play from Jalen Hurts, a one-handed snag from Devonta Smith. And then on second and goal, the handoff to Sanders up the middle. He completely split and he walks in completely untouched. And that's a great start for the Eagles at home in this one. So extra point pending. And the kick is straight down the middle. And that's 7-0 Eagles. Great start. So just backtracking the chat. Andy was calling defense looking good. Up until that fourth down play, they were definitely. So Dolphins said, just seen where Fangio is going to be the Dolphins' new DC. I know the Dolphins were definitely after him. That's definitely a good move for the Dolphins as well. You know, it's going to be a very tough AFC East again next season, especially if the Jets can get a decent quarterback as well. And there's a few on the market. They just need a game manager, someone that's not going to make mistakes. The Jets, they've got a solid defense, good weapons on offense. If they can get Breece Hall back as well. And obviously the Bills are the Bills. The Dolphins, looked very good this season up until Tua obviously getting injured again. And then the Patriots got Bill O'Brien back. They've got a lot of cap space as well, the Patriots. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get some weapons on offense to back up that solid defense. And we're going to have a real battle in the AFC East next season. So Andy's saying, sorry, I'll jinx the 49ers on the good defense there. So Oak Squirrel said the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Bengals win. We're backing the Bengals in that one as well. Our opinions, Mahomes isn't going to be fit enough. I think had this been a regular season game, this one, I think Mahomes would have sat it out. But obviously it's one game away from the Super Bowl, so of course he's going to play. But it's going to be very close watching of that ankle and how much he can move around, because last week he could barely step back to hand the ball off. So, and the Chiefs need him to be able to make those plays, those off-script plays of running around that Mahomes magic. If you can't do that, could be a long afternoon for them. So Bengals Chiefs going to be a good game. Yeah, absolutely. I hope that Mahomes' ankle, holds up, because that should be a scoreathon that game. Both teams could potentially go over 30 if Mahomes is firing as well. Because that Bengals offense, wow, the weapons they've got. So just showing a replay of the Smith one-handed catch on fourth down. I'm just interested to see if he maintained possession. Oh, he didn't. He didn't. Had the 49ers challenged that, it would have been overturned and there would have been a change of possession. So someone didn't get the message into the 49ers coaching staff early enough. So we've got the Eagles ready to kick off back to the 49ers. So we've got John in the chat as well. Let's go Dolphins. Let us know, John, who you're backing in this game and who you're backing in the AFC Championship game as well. Thank you very much for joining us. So the Eagles kick it off. And it's going to bounce in the end zone. And so Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant himself, is going to be stepping out onto the field for his first possession in the NFC Championship game, having gone undefeated so far in his career. So we go. We're going to start from the 25-yard line. 49ers. Be looking to answer back to that Miles Sanders touchdown for the Eagles. But Purdy in the shotgun, looking to pass. And he fires it to George Kittle, who dives forward for looking at around an 8 or 9 yard gain. So it's 2nd and 1 for the 49ers on their own 34-yard line. And it's a handoff to McCaffrey up the middle, looking for gaps. Can't find one. He gains, in the end, probably about half a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and inches. So that could be the battle between the 49ers offense against this Eagles defense. Can the Eagles defense stop McCaffrey? It's another handoff to McCaffrey straight up the middle. It looks like he's just about creeped over. And he has. There's going to be a first down for the 49ers. So Dolphins said Jets are making moves that worry me. Yeah, they had a fantastic couple of drafts the last couple of years. The defense is looking solid. Offensively, their weapons are great. Just need a decent quarterback. And as I say, there's a few on the market. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles, for the 49ers. Snap back to Purdy, he's looking to pass. Throws out to Ayuk, who managed to gain the first down. There is a flag, though. Gains 11 yards on the catch. There is a flag.
Backers have said they don't want to go forward with Rodgers, isn't it? NFL rooms on tweet.
Just looking at the flag. Okay, so it's offside against the defense, so it will be a first down on that catch to Brandon Ayuk, that throw and catch. So I'll bring up 1st and 10, just inside their own half for the 49ers. Good start on this drive, looking to answer straight back. Snap back to Purdy. It's a handoff up the middle to Deebo Samuel. Makes a couple of moves and gains 4 yards on the ground. The Dolphins shouted out, John. Nice to have a couple of Dolphins fans in the chat. And Anne says, as a Patriots fan, we hope that the Jets get Carr. Yeah, I'll be happy with that as well. So right on the 50-yard line, it's 2nd and 6 for the 49ers. It's play action pass for Brock Purdy. Under pressure, the ball gets swiped. The ball's up in the air. And luckily, it falls incomplete. The ball lofted right up in the air. An Eagles player dived for it, but couldn't bring it in.
Sit your ass down, fat boy.
He was under pressure. So it was Reddick. Gets his... Oh, so he got his arm hit and then battered the ball up in the air, Purdy. So, I just wondered if it was a fumble. Yeah, it could be a fumble that. His arm got hit and then the ball came out and then hit Brock Purdy's arm and went up in the air. Yeah, I think that's coming. I think that ball's coming, the hand's coming forward without the ball in it, which would mean it was a fumble. I think that's a fumble.
In which case, it should be like the fat boy running.
So I think it's because of how the ball popped up in the air. It made it look like actually the ball had been thrown. But clearly not, and I think the Eagles are going to end up with the ball. It's a clear recovery from the Eagles as well. Yes, as the NFC is going to be a slugfest. It is as well, and unfortunately for the AFC East, which is already a battling division, the AFC East has got to play the AFC West next year, which means obviously the Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos. And the AFC East has got to play the NFC East, so they've got to play the Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, and Commanders. Well, there's some big hitting games next season, that's for sure. There are some brilliant games lined up.
Word from the future.
So, as Andy said, from a Patriots fan perspective, we need a number one receiver, that's for sure. It looked like they were going to be going in for DeAndre Hopkins, but now that they've got Bill O'Brien, there was a bit of a problem between those two back at the Texans, which could stop that deal happening, even though that Bill Belichick admires Hopkins so much, and Hopkins has said a lot of good things about Belichick. That could halt that one. Do the Patriots potentially go after T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk? But they definitely need a number one receiver, that's for sure. But we're hoping as Patriots fans that Bill O'Brien brings back that twin tight end formation that works so well back with Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. They've got the decent players to do it, with Henry and Jonnu Smith. They've got players to be able to do it. Hopefully they can get something going, because the offense this season was very poor. So the Eagles D is a beast, yeah. Both these teams, the defenses top five, offenses absolute quality as well. It's going to be a real battle on both sides of the ball. Eric's calling it a fumble. I think that's what it is. It is. It is a fumble. So it was Reddick that got the pressure, hit Brock Purdy's hand. And it was a clear recovery by the Eagles as well. That's Reddick, also Pro Bowler this year for the Eagles. So the Eagles going to be first and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Snap back and handed off to Sanders, looking out to his right, nowhere to go really. Steps out of bounds after gaining 2 yards. So 40 people in here, only 8 likes. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, thank you very much, Don Fanatic. Yeah, if we can hit that thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button as well. We really appreciate all the support that we get. We set 1,000 subscribers as our goal by the Super Bowl, and we've smashed that one. So we're trying to go for double and go for 2,000 if we can. So please hit that subscribe button. Snap back to Jalen Hurts on 2nd and 9. Scrambling around backwards. Throws it over the middle. Only gains about 4 yards. That was to Stoll. So that'll be up 3rd and 5, right on halfway. So the doctors have been looking at Brock Purdy's wrist where he got hit on that fumble.
Garoppolo's not ready either, is he? He's fit, but he's not active.
Empty backfield on 3rd and 4. No, they do motion into the backfield now. And it is a handoff up the middle, going absolutely nowhere. So that'll be up 4th and 4. Hard to see the Eagles going through it on 4th and 4 from halfway. They don't. So a good stop for this 49ers defense after that fumble. Exactly what they needed. Interesting decision by the Eagles. They had an opportunity there to double up and score more points, make it a 2-score game early in this one. But a good stop from the 49ers. The punt is up from Kern. It's a good punt as well. Oh, where did that land?
End zone.
Oh, it did. It bounced right into the end zone. It looked like it was going to be bouncing right to the 1-yard line, but skipped into the end zone. So it'll be the 49ers starting from their own 20. But a great stop by this 49ers defense after that fumble. Hasn't hurt them at all. So what's your guys' score predictions? Got the Eagles 28, 49 21. So we predicted in our video that the 49ers would win 27-24. So we're going on a field goal win for the 49ers. So last second field goal, as we like to say. Or potentially overtime. Why not chuck that one in there as well? So but we're hoping not for overtime in this one, because that's going to then run into the next game. I don't know how much the NFL would delay the other game if this one went into overtime. Just while we're on a game break as well, if you want to find out exactly what we thought of in our score predictions, we put out a video yesterday where we previewed both of these matchups and gave our reasons why we believe the 49ers will win, and why also this would be such a close game as well, and then who we predict will be victorious in the AFC Championship game between the Bengals and Bengals and Chiefs, as well. We put in a lot riding on that game on Mahomes' ankle. So depending on how his ankle is able to hold up, how he's feeling that, I mean, I'm sure they'll have it strapped up pretty well. He'll have had in his injections and things. If it holds up, we're in for a great game. If not, and the Bengals get ahead early, it's going to be tough going for the Chiefs. So excellent podcast, mate. Keep it up. Thank you very much, John. Thank you very much for your support. We really appreciate it. We couldn't imagine when we started this back in September that we would have grown as much as we have with the subscribers and the support that we've had from subscribers in this country and also from America and further abroad as well. So thank you. We really appreciate everyone that supported us with it, and we're just hoping to grow and grow and grow from here on out. So thank you very much. So we go first 10 for the 49ers. It's a toss play left to McCaffrey, looking for blockers. He's patient. He gains 4 yards before being brought down. So it's Johnson in the game. Brock Purdy is not in the game. That's not good news. So we're down to Josh Johnson.
Why did they not?
Wow. His wrist must be bad, Brock Purdy's, if he's not able to come back into this game. So Josh Johnson in, that's going to limit what they can do. So it's under pressure and sacked. And has the ball stolen out of his hands as well.
No.
Are they saying that he was down before Reddick stole the ball off him? Yeah, I think he was down. Let's have a look. He goes down. He's falling backwards. No, I think the 49ers will retain that. I think he still had hands on the ball. I think he's still got hold of the ball, but wow.
He's going to be shitting it now.
Reddick came through completely unblocked. A 3rd and 15 now. It's about to get worse, I think, because surely that the clock was down at 0. It was. Not a good start for the 49ers. And in a game where we expected this to be so close, with the 49ers rolling with Brock Purdy and the offense, that injury to Brock Purdy is going to have a major effect on this one if he can't come back. Josh Johnson in the game now faces 3rd and 20 from his own 10-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised to see the 49ers play this safe. You can't afford a turnover. They do. They hand it off to McCaffrey, makes a move, gains 10, gains 15, 16 yards back. There's no way they're going to go from here, but they've given themselves more space now to kick a punt deep as far as they can. Purdy's still on the sideline. So they're saying it's an elbow injury for Brock Purdy. Is it too early to change our predictions? We'll see if he comes back. So the punt's up. It's short, it hops forwards, still continues to roll, and ends up stopping at the 29-yard line of the Eagles. So that's where they'll start the next possession. There's a flag as well. Oh, dear. Going from bad to worse for the 49ers. Nick Bosa's now down on one knee, getting looked at. Looks like his right knee, perhaps. So it's a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct against the Eagles. So that's going to help the 49ers out a little more. It's going to push them back even further to close to the 15-yard line. But not a good start for this 49ers team. The Eagles get the ball first possession, drive down the field, score the touchdown, which could have been stopped had the 49ers challenged on 4th down, where Jalen Hurts scrambled out to his left, lofted the ball downfield, looked like a superb one-handed snag from Smith. As he goes to the ground and lands on it, the ball comes out. The Eagles quickly get to the line, run a play, but the ball had hit the ground, so it would have been incomplete, and the 49ers would have taken over from there. However, the Eagles then scored on 2nd and goal. There was an early injury to Fred Warner, but he seems to be okay. But then on the 49ers possession, Brock Purdy gets hit on his arm on a fumble as well that the Eagles recovered. Brock Purdy's now getting checked out on the sideline with that injury to his elbow. And now, to make matters worse, Nick Bosa's now been getting checked out for a right leg injury. So it couldn't be a worse start for the 49ers, really. So American living in South Hampstead. Love the pass you have for the NFL. Finally, they give to Christian. Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to give it a lot to him. Unfortunately, if Purdy's not able to come back in, it's how much do they trust Josh Johnson throwing this ball? You know, it's going to be safe passes you'd expect, which really takes a lot out of their game. So it's going to be tough scripting. I mean, I'm hoping that Brock Purdy's been checked out and can start throwing on the sideline and get back into this game as soon as possible. The Eagles get out to a big lead in this one. It's going to be very hard. If they do what they did to the Giants last week, it's going to be hard for the 49ers to come back, especially with Josh Johnson at quarterback. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Brock Purdy getting his elbow massaged. So it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 15-yard line. Nick Bosa is in the game. Good news for the 49ers. Quick pass out to A.J. Brown. Swing pass. And gains 10 yards. That's a 1st down for the Eagles.
Whoa.
Oh, so Bosa wasn't even on the field. It was Eagles and 49ers gunner and blocker scrapping it out and swung into Nick Bosa's leg. Collateral damage. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Quick pass out again to A.J. Brown, but well snuffed out by Ward. Only gains 1 yard. So already Jalen Hurts is finding A.J. Brown early and often in this one. That's 4 catches for A.J. Brown already. That is a slight concern for the 49ers. They haven't really got a top cornerback like years gone past. So empty backfield for Jalen Hurts, 2nd and 9. And it's a bobble. And he tries to take off running, but stops straight away by Fred Warner. It's going to be up 3rd down. Just under a minute left. Could potentially be the last play. Jalen Hurts was already looking where he wanted to go with the ball before actually taking the snap in. So 3rd and 9. Can this 49ers defense get another stop? It's trips right. It looks like the Eagles are going to take a timeout. And they do. Yeah, so Dolphin Fanatic said the Eagles got to take advantage of the situation. Yeah, I think they had a missed opportunity when they were up around halfway after getting the fumble, and then they run it on 3rd and 4. You know, a pass probably would have been better. I mean, they found A.J. Brown early and often, so and they don't seem to be able to cover that at the minute, the 49ers, so that seemed like a missed opportunity. They've got a big 3rd and 9 coming up here now as well. So there's 20 seconds left in the 1st quarter. It's a change of formation for the Eagles. Snap back to Jalen Hurts. It's a lofted pass. Deep downfield. He's got a wide open A.J. Brown, but overthrows him. He'd beaten him. They had the play that they wanted, the Eagles, but Jalen Hurts put a little too much on A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown had beaten him. Jalen Hurts just put a bit too much on it. Nick Bosa's limping to the sideline for the 49ers as well. Clearly hampered by that left leg injury. Well, it looks like it's another injury. He's being hit by his own player again. So the punt's up. And it's gone out of bounds. It's not a good punt either. And there is another flag. So it wasn't a good punt. We'll find out what the flag is as well. So the punter is pointing up at the sky. I don't know if has it hit something, the ball maybe? So the referee's just discussing. So the referee's just discussing what's happened here. There's a flag. I don't know if the ball hit something. The referee doesn't seem to actually know what's happening here, actually. Is it illegal hands? I don't know if the ball hit the wire. We had a potential incident of that with the Patriots earlier in the season. So now we're trying to find a replays to see whether the ball hit the wire. The punter, Kern, says it hits the wire. Let's have a look. See if they've found footage. Can't decide what they want at the minute, the referees. It should just be a re-kick if it hit the wire. They can't find the footage to see if it hit the wire.
Surely there's some video of
it. They can't tell if the ball hit the wire or not. Here we go. Let's see if this replay shows. See the ball. Oh, you can't tell from that. So there's not enough evidence to suggest it did hit the wire. There's a penalty against the Eagles as well. So the 49 is going to be set up on halfway. Josh Johnson still in at quarterback as well. He's going to look to pass. And he finds Deebo Samuel. And he's forced out of bounds after gaining 9 yards. Looked close to being intercepted. Looked a dangerous pass. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter as well. So an interesting finish to that first quarter. Off the punt, the Eagles players were saying that the ball hit the wire and then went out of bounds. It was a weird-looking rotation on the ball, but not enough evidence on the camera shots that they had to overturn it. It's now set up the 49ers on halfway. That first down pass from Josh Johnson to Deebo Samuel gains 9 yards, so they're already into Eagles territory. We've got Brock Purdy sat on the bench. So he must be struggling to throw the ball. There's got to be a reason that he's not going back in, but he's still sat on the bench. They were looking at his elbow. So Andy said the better rub that elbow. It's going to be a one-sided game. It will be unless the 49ers get creative. You know, Kyle Shanahan's an excellent coach and offensive mind, so I'm sure they can craft some things, but it's a long game to have to come up and think creatively. So stay up second game. I'll try like box picker. So got a boxer fan. So we've got obviously our logo is based on Andy's dog Nes Gronkowski. So that's where our sort of brand logo came from as well. There you go. Just while we're at the end of this quarter as well, just let you know, because of the support that we've had and the amount of subscribers we've gained and the growth that we've had, we're now affiliated with the NFL shop. And so if you do want to check out all the brilliant offers that have gone on at the moment for the Conference Championship teams and all the rest of the teams that have finished their season, we've got the link to that in the comments and also in the description. So make sure you go and check out those deals at NFL shop. And if you are going to buy something for the NFL shop, please click our link because it helps us out as well. So it's Josh Johnson still in, 2nd and 1 for the 49ers. It's a handoff to McCaffrey, finds a gap as he usually does. And he's eventually pushed down after gaining a first down to the 34-yard line of the Eagles. There's right elbow injury for Brock Purdy. Hopefully he's going to come back in at some point. All right, so looks like another delay again for 49ers. And that's the problem. That's the problem with having a guy come in that hasn't played. Just got to stay in the game at the minute, the 49ers. You think at least score a field goal on this drive, keep themselves in this game, and hope Brock Purdy's elbow warms up. So it's 1st and 15 now on the Eagles' 39-yard line. Snap back to Josh Johnson, looking to pass. He tries to take off running, throws the ball into the grounds. And it looks like it's going to be given as a sack. They're saying his knee was down before he got the ball away. So it's 2nd down. And the clock is down at 6, 5, 4. Just get the ball off. Oh, and it's nearly picked off at the line.
Oh my God.
Hargrave nearly had a present there. And this does not it's not look good for the 49ers at the minute. Josh Johnson looks in real trouble. They need to see if they can get forced away into field goal range. Need probably another. Need to try and gain 10 yards on this play, really. Give Robbie Gould a chance at a field goal. Snap back to Johnson, looking to pass. There's a flag. Gets the ball away. It's out. I don't know if that was a fumble. McCaffrey landed on it, but there's a flag. It looks like it's against the 49ers. It was a legal formation. They can't afford that as well. That's going to be now going to be a punt. They had the ball 1st and 10 near the 40-yard line of the Eagles, and they've just gone backwards. So the punt team's out for the 49ers now. And the punt's up. It's a decent punt. It's going to put the Eagles right back to their 6-yard line. And now the 49ers need the defense to keep standing up for them at the moment because their offense is really struggling. They need to get worked on Brock Purdy's elbow. It's a nice goal. It was a regular customer in Tampa. If you'd like to let us know what he's like, obviously he comes across really well as a big kid. Really, is he like that in real life? As Andy said, one of his brothers follows on Twitter as well. So it's cool to everyone in shop. Dolphins fan since birth. Always had respect to guys who are good to fans. And Atlanta used to have Cam Newton as a regular. He was a jerk even to kids. Yeah, that sounds like Cam Newton. There's only one person in the world for Cam Newton. That's Cam Newton. So Andy said, what was it that you were selling? So a game that's sort of been dominated by the Eagles so far, and a lot of things have gone wrong for the 49ers, yet it's only a one-score game, only 7-0. And while this 49ers defense keeps standing up and making plays, they're going to hang around, but they're not going to be able to do it all game. Just a reminder, we're not only streaming this live game today, we are going to be streaming the AFC Championship game as well, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Cincinnati Bengals. So make sure you stick around and stick with us for that one. You know, it's going to be, that's a 11:30 at night kickoff for us here. So it's going to be finishing probably 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So please make sure you come and join us and stick around and keep us company in that one. It's sure to be another fantastic game. So the Eagles back out, start their next possession, deep in their own territory from their own 6. So John said, super nice guy was gone. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So 1st and 10. It's a handoff up the middle, but stuffed very well. That might be a 1-yard loss. Handoff to Sanders, couldn't find a gap. Stuffed at the line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So 2nd and 11 from their own 5-yard line. It's another handoff. No, it's not. Is that a safety? Or did he get out? Oh, he did just. So it was a fake handoff to Sanders. Hurts kept it. The 49ers weren't fooled. Right on his own 1-yard line. And that was Nick Bosa. Read it like a book. And pulled down inside his own 1-yard line. So 3rd and 15. So this 49ers defense is standing up for the team. If they can get a stop here, they should get the ball in decent starting field position on the next drive as well. Snap back to Hurts. Lofted down the left. Over the head of A.J. Brown. And so they're going to be punting from their own 1-yard line. So Kearney's going to have to punt from the back of his end zone. Hoping for a better punt than last time. It is going to be Johnson coming back out again. So not looking good for Brock Purdy and that elbow. Oh, he gets the punt off. He does well. Brett Kern to get the ball off. Oh, it takes a horrible bounce. Collected at the 50. Good couple of moves for McLeod. And takes it in just inside Eagles territory. They've been hoping to be even closer, but the bounce took it away from McLeod. But still, good starting field position already in Eagles territory for the 49ers. Got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers. Can they craft something up? Christian McCaffrey's already thrown a touchdown this season for the 49ers. Can they craft something up like that? They've got to get the ball in McCaffrey's, Samuels, Ayuk, George Kittle. They've got to get the ball in their hands and take it out to take the pressure off of Josh Johnson. He hasn't had a great start since he's come in, and you can tell he hasn't had too much time working with this offense. So again, if you are just joining us, just make sure you say hi in the chat, where you're watching today's game from, who you're backing. Are you an Eagles or 49ers fan? And then we'll also make sure you stick around as well, where we will be live streaming the Bengals and Chiefs AFC Championship matchup as well. But let us know in the chat, say hi in the chat. All NFL fans are welcome in our live streams as well. The more interaction, the better. So please let us know your thoughts and opinions on this game and obviously the game to come after this as well. And just follow on what I was saying earlier in regards to the NFL shop. We're now affiliated with the NFL shop. So if you are looking to buy some NFL merchandise, it's got some fantastic offers as it's towards the end of the season. Make sure you check it out and use our link. So the link is in the chat up at the top, and it's also in the description as well. So if you are looking to buy some NFL merchandise from the NFL shop, the official NFL shop, make sure you click our link, and it really helps us out as well. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the 49ers on the 46-yard line of the Eagles. Still Josh Johnson in there. It's a play-action pass. Finds Christian McCaffrey, gets good blocking and takes it close to a first down. I think he's about half a yard short. That's exactly what they've got to do. The 49ers have to get the ball in McCaffrey's hands, Deebo Samuel's hands, and let them work. Got really good blocking out in front. It's a 2nd and 1. It's a 2nd and 1. 36-yard line of the Eagles. It's a toss play left to McCaffrey. Finds a gap. Gains 3 yards in the first down. So into field goal range for Robbie Gould already. Just need to not go backwards now. So there's a store director at Publix was where John worked. So 1st and 10. Snap back to Josh Johnson. Under pressure. Gets the ball out to McCaffrey and gets his ankle clipped right around the first down marker. kicking himself a bit because he knew that he had space out in front. Could have been an even bigger gain. White just managed to clip his ankles and bring him down. So 2nd and 1. It's going to be a QB sneak for Josh Johnson. It looks like he's done enough for a first down as well. He has. He's going to take it to the 24-yard line of the Eagles. As we've said already, they're in field goal range. There's a slight delay while they're moving the chains. It was last week that one of the games, I think it was the Cowboys and 49ers last week where the chain snapped. It might have been the Eagles and Giants. So it'd be interesting to see what's being said to Brock Purdy on the sideline. Still stood on the sideline with his helmet on. We're still sticking it. Josh Johnson still in there. So it's high formation for the 49ers. It's a fake toss play, well read by the Eagles and thrown away by Josh Johnson before he's sacked. So it's good, a good throwaway. So that's coming up 2nd and 10 now. There's a handoff up the middle to McCaffrey. Makes a play, a miss, and a second. Bounces off a 3rd tackle to the 10. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play.
God.
What a play from Christian McCaffrey. All Christian McCaffrey. And that's a touchdown to the San Francisco 49ers. And they're about 1 point away from tying this game up. Looked like it was going nowhere. He skipped over a tackle. Bounced off a second one. To skip off one tackle. Made one player missed and bounced off the final tackle before scampering into the end zone. So he hurdled the first tackle, shifted out the second one, then bounced off the third and into the end zone. The extra point for Robbie Gould is good. And we've got a tied ball game. And that's just what the 49ers needed. They need the big players to step up. And that trade, that massive haul that they gave up for Christian McCaffrey is looking like a very good move from what he's produced since being a 49er. It's got to be said, we will be honest at NFL UK Ops here, that we said that it was a mistake at the time when the trade was made, that it was a mistake. We thought the 49ers had given up way too much with a small Super Bowl window. They were obviously struggling at that point in the season as well, but boy, we were very wrong. And I said he is worth all those picks. Yeah, absolutely. So again, got to give credit to this 49ers defense. They got the stop, forced the Eagles right back to punting from their own 1 yard line. Got a good starting field position. And then did enough getting the ball into McCaffrey's hands, letting him work and finishing off with a strong McCaffrey run, all him. And we've got a tied ball game. If you're an Eagles fan, you've got to be questioning how are you in this position? Brock Purdy out for the majority of this game. Josh Johnson in, not played with the starting offense of the 49ers. And somehow at home, you're in a 7-7 game. So again, let us know your score predictions. Who you think is going to come out on top in this one? We put out a video yesterday where we previewed this NFC Championship game as well as the AFC Championship game as well. We picked the 49ers to win 27-24. And make sure you check our video, see who we thought rather will come out on top between the Bengals and the Chiefs, riding heavily on Mahomes' ankle. So make sure you go onto our channel at halftime and check that video out, see if you agree. So we're ready for the 49ers now to kick it off back to the Eagles.
That'll be what they call it.
And the kick's up. And it is going to be kneel down, in the end zone. So the Eagles are going to start from their own 25-yard line. As John said, just keep giving it to Christian. That's how you win. It is. Find creative ways to get him out in space if you can, even though he didn't need any space on that play. It was all him. But if you get him out in space, he's going to hurt. He's going to hurt you. He's going to hurt the Eagles team. So first down is handoff to Miles Sanders on the ground up the middle for 4 yards. So the Eagles need to get something going in offensive. Struggled on the last few possessions. It's 13 yards on the last 3 drives. So 2nd and 6 for the Eagles on their own 29-yard line. Snap back to Hurts. Against handoff to Sanders up the middle. Looks like it's about 2 yards short. It's coming up 3rd and 2. And the Eagles need to try and get some momentum going.
Super Bowl half-10.
So 3rd and 2. And it's kept by Jalen Hurts. He's under pressure. Spins. Looks like he falls about half a yard short. He's going to be half a yard short. They're on their own 34.5-yard line as well, the Eagles. Do they go for it? Or at least try and make the 49ers jump? Let's see if the Eagles go for it. They do go for it. And it looks like he's done enough. It's that formation where they get 2 players behind Jalen Hurts to come up and push him from behind. And it looks like they did enough to get there. So tight between all of between the defense and offensive line, but he did enough. So the Eagles keep rolling. So they've got 1st and 10 from their own 35. Snap back again. It's going to be a play action pass. Passes out to Sanders, who comes out the backfield, gains 4 yards. Tackled by Hufanga. So 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. It's going to be a pass. It's lofted down the right sideline towards Devonta Smith, who goes up, but can't bring it in. Looks like solid defending from Ward. Not a huge receiver, Smith. Leaps up. It looks like good coverage from Ward. It actually hits Smith right between the numbers as well. That's 3rd and 6. Empty backfield. Gainwell comes back into the backfield now. Snap back to Hurts. Throw over the middle. Oh, and it should have been picked off by Ward. Thrown over the middle. Hits the hand of Ward. There is a flag. I think this is going to be against the defense as well. So looking towards A.J. Brown, coming across the middle. It looks like he gets held. And that's why Ward was able to get back there before A.J. Brown. So here's a 1st down. So that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Snap back to Jalen Hurts, moves out to his right, still going towards his right, and throws the ball away. Had nothing on. So 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Snap back to Jalen Hurts, looking to pass. Starts moving around in the pocket, makes a play and miss. Starts scrambling around and has to dive down for a 2-yard loss. There is a flag. Illegal hands to the face against the 49ers again. It's going to give a new set of downs. And it is against McGill. Clear hands to the face. So hurting themselves, this 49ers defense that's played extremely well and have kept San Francisco in this game so far as well. Is that going to be a false start? Yeah, false start against the Eagles. Going to push them back 5 yards. It's ended up being a bit of a messy game, this one. We're just over 4.5 minutes left. Tied at 7 each. The sort of script we had going into this game with Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy at quarterback, looking to win his 8th straight start. Quickly got dashed. And there's been a lot of mistakes. Snap back to Jalen Hurts. Passes over the middle, short pass. It's only going to be a completion of about 4 or 5 yards to Goddard there. As that's going to take him back to about 2nd and 10. So 49ers showing pressure on 2nd and 10. Look like they're backing out of it now. Jalen Hurts throws it short over the middle to Gainwell. Makes a player miss. 2 players miss before diving forward. Looks like he's 2 yards short. It's going to be 3rd and short. Just over 3 minutes left. Again, Bosa's off on the sideline. So it's handoff up the middle to Gainwell, who gets the first down. Managed to get 4 or 5 yards on the ground. Looks like a good drive for the Eagles. Just outside the 40-yard line of the 49ers now as well. Look to see if they can take the lead before halftime. So trips right. It's a handoff again to Gainwell. He's got open gaps on the 30. He's eventually pushed out of bounds down at the 24-yard line. So the handoff to Gainwell on the sweep. And they're expecting the fake handoff and Jalen Hurts to keep it, which bought time for the blockers and opened up the gap for Gainwell. And that takes us down to the 2-minute warning, tied at 7 apiece. So if you've just joined us, we've got a 7-7 game, a tight game, not what we expect. A tight game is what we expected, but not in the way we expected it. The Eagles scored on the first drive that they had, which probably shouldn't have happened based on a 4th down conversion that was actually incomplete, but they did punch it in with Miles Sanders. Then on the 49ers' first possession, Brock Purdy had his arm hit. He was looking to throw the ball, fumbled the ball, but worse for the 49ers. It's now injured his right elbow and has not returned to the game since. The 49ers defense have kept them in the game. And then an excellent one-man run from Christian McCaffrey, hurdling a player, shifting past a player, and then bouncing off another defender as well before heading into the end zone from 20 yards out. And we've got a tie ball game. But the Eagles have worked their way down the field now. They're going to be 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line of the 49ers. Look to see if they can score and go into halftime with the lead. So if you are just joining us, welcome to the NFL UK Ops Live play-by-play reaction stream of the Eagles and the 49ers in the NFC Championship. 1 game away, of course, from Super Bowl 57. So all NFL fans are welcome in our streams as well. So if you are just joining us, say hi in the chat. Let us know your thoughts on today's game, who you think will win, who you want to win. The more interaction we get, the better the streams are. Oh, we're just talking about Gronk as well. There he is. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles, just outside the red zone. It's a handoff again, this time to Sanders, scrambling out to the right. Only gains a yard before being pushed out of bounds. So we've got trips left for the Eagles on second down. Hurts is scrambling around, moves out to his right, is under pressure and has to throw the ball away. There is another flag. They're starting to rack up now. It's going to be against the defense as well. So that's a third costly penalty against the 49ers on this drive.
Every time I say trips right, I'm looking for Lisa's dad. There he is. He's running down the outside.
So another first down for the Eagles off that penalty. So hand off to Sanders, up the left-hand side. He's pushed out of bounds after only gaining about 3 or 4 yards on the ground.
I'm not saying it in the chat, but this defense is doing really well. I'm not jinxing him.
So 2nd and 5. They're down to the 13-yard line. Tight formation, trips right. It's another handoff to Sanders. He's got wide open space and again steps into the end zone untouched. In similar fashion to he did in the first quarter on the very first drive. And that's a touchdown for the Eagles. So the Eagles take the lead. Now the 13-7, pending the extra point as well. It's a sweep left. And again, goes in untouched from 13 yards out. So Elliott's out to kick the extra point. And it's straight down the middle from Elliott. And the Eagles lead 14-7. That's 2 touchdowns today for Miles Sanders. And now the 49ers, can they answer back? Just over a minute and a half left in the second quarter. They've got a couple of timeouts left as well. But they have got Josh Johnson at quarterback. So is it going to be easy enough? Are they going to have enough time to be able to drive down the field? Can they script something creative? They do get the ball to start the second half as well. But they won't want to go a quick 3 and out here and give the Eagles another opportunity to score before halftime as well. So as we edge towards halftime, just remind you that we are going to also be streaming the Chiefs against the Bengals in what is another fantastic matchup in the AFC Championship game, 1 game away from Super Bowl 57. So make sure you stick around and come and join us for the Chiefs against the Bengals. That high-powered Chiefs offense, we'll be looking very closely at how Patrick Mahomes' ankle is holding up against Joe Burrow, 3-0 against the Chiefs, and a high-powered offense himself with all the weapons that they have. We could have a real shootout on our hands in that one. So 14-7 in our game. The Eagles finally managed to get something going. Had a really good first drive in the game. Go all the way down the field, score a touchdown. 49ers have stopped them on a few occasions, but had costly penalties on this drive and extended the drive. So 3 very costly penalties against the 49ers has kept this drive alive for the Eagles, which resulted in the Miles Sanders 13-yard touchdown run. Now the Eagles hold a 7-point advantage And the 49ers have just over a minute and a half to work down the field to see if they can score points before half-time. Of course, that's not going to be easy. Josh Johnson at quarterback. So we're ready for the kickoff. And the kick's up. It bounces into the end zone. And so the 49ers will start from their own 25-yard line. So it'll be interesting to see how the 49ers call it now. How aggressive do you be? You need to make sure you at least get one first down so the Eagles can't stop the clock and get the ball back. So the 49ers have actually got all 3 timeouts as well. So in a normal situation with your starting quarterback, this is more than enough time to work it down. But we're down to Josh Johnson. Throws over the middle, finds Deebo Samuel. Oh, I thought he was going to break off the tackle, and he thought so too. He just picked up a first down, 10-yard gain. Had he broken off that tackle, he could have been off to the races. So 1st and 10, snap back to Josh Johnson. Scrubs, fumbles the ball. I still don't think he's got hold of it. Oh no, this could be a killer for the 49ers before halftime.
His arms are stretched out.
Oh, and the Eagles have got it. It looked like a false start to start with for the 49ers. And then Josh Johnson bobbled it. It hit the ground. He didn't scoop it up, then tried to land on it and still didn't land on it. And then tries to... Oh, just as he tries to grab it, a player's foot lands on it and knocks the ball out of his arms.
Oh my God.
And now the Eagles... And now the Eagles have got the ball around the 30-yard line. Things just not going the 49ers' way in this game. It's 1st and 10. Snap back to Jalen Hurts, looking to pass those over the middle. 5-yard pass to Goddard. So there's two timeouts left for the Eagles. Snap back to Jalen Hurts. Quick pass out to Goddard, looking for blockers. Flips forward for a first down. Puts them just into the red zone. Clock still ticking. "30 seconds left in the half. 2 timeouts for the Eagles. It's a handoff going absolutely nowhere. But steps out of bounds, Bart Scott. It looks like Greenlaw's grabbed his face mask though. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty if it is. Oh, he didn't need to do that because Bart Scott was going nowhere. The 49ers are killing themselves with penalties. Oh, Greenlaw did everything right, forcing him, and Scott was going nowhere. So 15-yard penalty. It's going to be half the distance because they're inside the 20. So it's going to put them around the 10-yard line. 21 seconds left. Still 2 timeouts for the Eagles.
Purdy's not getting treatment on the side, though. He's just stood there. What's going on?
So first and goal for the Eagles on the 10-yard line. Snap back to Hurts. It's another handoff. It looks like it's open into the end zone. And it is a touchdown run for Scott. And all of a sudden, this game looks a hell of a lot different. All coming from the bobbled snap from Josh Johnson, unable to then land on it. The Eagles end up scooping up the fumble. A costly penalty again on the 49ers defense puts the Eagles first and goal, and a sweep run from Scott. It looks like the Eagles are going to go for 2. They're feeling funky, the Eagles. It looks like they're going to go for 2. So they're seeing if they could make the 49ers jump to get the ball at the 1-yard line and then potentially run a play from just 1 yard out. So it's going to be an extra point attempt now for the Eagles. Trying to make this a 14-point game. And the extra point is good. And that makes the scoreline all of a sudden 21-7. So from a real battling performance from this 49ers team as well, especially on defense, considering Brock Purdy's been out since that first drive. And that costly fumble from Josh Johnson on the snap set the Eagles up in excellent field position, already in field goal range. They got more than that with the Scott touchdown. And it's going to be a long way back for the 49ers now. Hopefully they can get worked on. I don't know what they can do with Brock Purdy because they don't seem to be tending to him on the sideline or doing anything extra with that elbow. But hopefully they can inject it, do something. But they need Brock Purdy out there. Fortunately for the 49ers, they do get the ball after half time. So lined up ready to kick off the Eagles. And the kick's up. And it is returnable. And McLeod makes a play and misses at the 30 and breaks down to the 40-yard line. 10 seconds left, 3 timeouts. And if you had in the situation, if you had your starting quarterback, you could potentially make a couple of quick throws here. Bear in mind, you've got 2 timeouts and get into field goal range. How aggressive will the 49ers be? The potential is they could make matters worse. Here we go. Snap back to Josh Johnson. Under pressure. Lost the ball. Out of bounds. 5 seconds left now. Just got to say, Josh Johnson looks out of his depth. It's just showing Josh Jennings coming across the middle of the field. If they'd found him, could have dived straight down, could have had another chance to make a quick throw and then a field goal attempt, but now there's only 5 seconds left. Snap back to Josh Johnson. Quick pass out to Deebo Samuel. A lot to do. Makes a player miss, but gets brought down after gaining 12 yards, but the clock has run out. And that's going to take us into half-time with the score 21-7 to the Philadelphia Eagles. And a lot of work for this 49ers coaching staff to do at half-time if they're going to get back into this one. A terrible start to the game with the injury to Brock Purdy on his throwing arm. But the defense backed them up pretty well all the way until the last few minutes in that half, where they gave away some costly penalties, allowed the Eagles to take a 14-7 lead. Then the fumble snap from Josh Johnson, unable to recover it. The Eagles do recover and score a touchdown from Scott. And now the Eagles lead 21-7 at halftime. So Eric does like an illegal use of hands penalty. Illegal use of hands against Johnson. Yeah, they could call that. They've got to do something. Josh Johnson looks way out his depth. He looks scared standing in there. The game is happening too quick for him as well. You hope there's something they can do with Brock Purdy to get him back in this game. Otherwise, it's hard to see the 49ers coming back in it, getting back making the game of it, really. You got Caden. Nice for you to join us, Caden. Let us know who your team is. Are you a 49ers or Eagles fan? Or are you another NFL team fan? Who are you backing in this one? I mean, it's very easy probably to call this one. I mean, we did go with 49ers before this game, but the way this game is now going, it's going the opposite way. Yeah, so as Anne said, make sure you stick around for the second half. So just before we do go to a short break for halftime, just remind you that we are now, as a result of the growth that we've had and the support that we're so thankful for from our subscribers as well, we are now affiliated with the NFL shop, the official NFL shop as well, where there's a massive range of NFL merchandise gear, from helmets to caps to mini helmets to stationery to bags. So please make sure you check out the link that we've got in the description and also in the comments. If you are looking to get some NFL gear for your team or maybe a family member, then please make sure you do it through our link, and it really helps us out as well. So we're going to take a short break. Before we do, thank you, Caden. Hopefully we'll see you just after our short break. And then Jada, nice for you to join us, Jada. We're waiting for your appearance. So why would Purdy want to come back? O-line playing well. Purdy has to come back. They need somebody competent that's running that offense, because otherwise McCaffrey can't do it all himself. Not when you've got a 14-point hole at the minute. But we'll discuss it further. We're just going to take a short break, and we'll see you in around 8 or 9 minutes. So we're back for the second half of the Philadelphia Eagles against the 49ers, which has turned into a bit of a one-sided game all of a sudden after the end of that first half. 49ers, hopefully they've scripted something. I'm not sure if Brock Purdy's coming back in the second half. We'll find out very shortly. So the ball's kicked into the back of the end zone. So the 49ers are going to start from their own 25-yard line. So it's still Josh Johnson in there. Need something on this drive, the 49ers. Hopefully the script is something. It's a toss play left to McCaffrey. He's under pressure. He's trying to reverse field. He loses 3 yards. That's a massive blow. So 2nd and 13 for the 49ers. Need to get something going early, or this game could quickly get out of hand. Snap back to Johnson. Moves around in the pocket. Tries to find Deebo Samuel. Incomplete. And found himself at 3rd and 3.
3rd and 13.
3rd and 13, rather. So 3rd and 13. Snap back to Johnson. Gets the ball out. He completes it to George Kittle. And gains around 20 yards on that passing catch. Just what they needed. Great route from George Kittle. Looked like he was coming inside. Steps outside. Good throw from Josh Johnson. And the 49ers, hopefully that's going to give them a boost.
They need to protect you and give them a bit of confidence.
So can Josh Johnson drive this offense down the field? Oh, surely that's offside. Free play.
Really? Oh, I thought it was outside.
It's going to be a delay a game against Josh Johnson. That would be the 3rd. That's the 3rd delay a game against Josh Johnson since he's been in. Saying he can't hear.
He's in a world of pain.
First and 15 for the 49ers. On their own 39-yard line. Snap back to Johnson. Throws it out to McCaffrey. Only gains about a yard out of the backfield. So 2nd and 14. It's going to be another pass play for Johnson. Throws it. It's deflected. Oh, and it really should have been intercepted from Slay. And now Johnson is down. And Dominican Sue, the veteran, comes through, hits the elbow, not too dissimilar to what happened to Brock Purdy. The ball lofts up in the air, but Slay's unable to locate it and bring it in.
Oh my God. Christian McCaffrey's going to have to be a quarterback.
Josh Johnson's now getting looked at.
I bet he wants out, to be honest.
Oh, no. Josh Johnson's head, as he gets tackled down, his head bounces off the turf, which means he's going to have to get checked out for concussion automatically now, following the rules. This could force Brock Purdy back into the game. So Christian McCaffrey, I think, is going to play quarterback. Brock Purdy's out. Brock Purdy's out. 3rd and 14. Empty backfield for Brock Purdy. It's not now. McCaffrey comes back into the backfield. There's a handoff to McCaffrey. Bounces out left, but can't break the tackles. Only gains 3 yards on the ground, and the 49ers are going to have to punt.
Jesus Christ, they're in trouble, aren't they?
Can't get much worse for the 49ers at the minute. They need something to go their way. A muff punt, maybe. But the defense need to create a turnover.
I don't think Johnson wants to come back here.
And the punt's up. It's fair caught around the 17-yard line. So that's where the Eagles will start. And the 49ers defense have to get a 3 and out. Force 3 and out, or they have to get a turnover. They need something to happen. They need it to happen quick. All sorts of problems on offense now. So just catching up on the chat as well before we go on to the next drive for the Eagles, the first drive of the second half. So we've got Jada that's joined us. Said it's over at that point. It could very well be. I mean, not that you want a player to be injured, but forcing Brock Purdy to go in there, if Josh Johnson is out, force him to go in there might just boost the team just a little bit. And if he can just make a few throws, Purdy, might just be enough to get the morale back up on this 49ers team, because at the moment, this game does look over. So Caden was saying, looking who's voted for the Eagles, at the moment, it's hard to see anything but an Eagles win. Heading back to the Super Bowl at the moment. I said they're saying it's a nerve with Purdy's not looking good, which was a close game. It was promised to be a close game, this one, of course, between two very good defenses and talented offenses as well. But that injury to Brock Purdy just shows how much an injury can affect a game. And that's what we're expecting later between the Chiefs and Bengals. How bad is that high ankle sprain for Mahomes as well? It could determine how that game goes as well, especially if the Bengals get up early and Mahomes isn't able to move around as much. As Jada said, I still think he's afraid to come back. First time he's really being hit. It could be. I don't know who makes that call on the sideline, because he stood on the sideline with his helmet on, not really getting looked at or anything done with his elbow. It must be pretty bad for him to not be able to try and throw the ball. As Andy said, Johnson looks pretty terrified. He does. He looks out of his depth. Hard to step into a game working straight into the speed of the NFL, but he looks way out of his depth at the moment. So Andy was saying that Travis Kelce's a game-time decision with the back injury. Surely he's going to play. I mean, it looks like Johnson's going to the locker room. So Jada said, damn, can they call this now? Yeah. Let's move on to the next game. This is handoff up the middle for the Eagles. Gains 3 yards. And that's the thing. Now, just looking back at that replay of Josh Johnson going down, as soon as your head hits and bounces off the turf now, you're going to get pulled to the sideline and get evaluated for concussion. But is it going to be Christian McCaffrey running Wildcat for the rest of this game? It's a 2nd and 7 for the Eagles on their own 20. And looking for A.J. Brown on the slant, who drops it. You don't see that too often from A.J. Brown. Would have been a first down, but as it is, it's 3rd and 7. An opportunity for the 49ers to force a 3 and out, get off the field. And let's see some McCaffrey Wildcat potentially.
Well, there's Jimmy laughing his tits off.
They're discussing all sorts on the sideline, the 49ers at the minute. It should be entertaining. 49ers defense showing pressure. Lofted down the right sideline towards A.J. Brown. It's over his head and incomplete. And the 49ers defense stand up again. Giving their team, their offense, an opportunity to stay in this game. Had the 49ers defense not given away those silly penalties at the end of the second quarter, this could potentially still be a 7-7 game. As it is, it's 21-7. The 49ers just about to get the ball back. The punt is up. Could do with a decent return. Takes it to McLeod, who dives forward to the 49ers' 45-yard line. So they've got decent starting field position. And is it going to be? It looks like it's going to be Brock Purdy coming back out. Interesting to see if they do test his throwing arm early. So I wonder if McCaffrey's regretting choosing San Francisco now. I think he'd fancy it. Why not? You're 21-7 down. What have you got to lose? Running a bit of wildcat, bit of passing, throwing. We haven't seen a full wildcat offense, obviously, for a long time now. Obviously, it was all came about in that game, unfortunately, against the Patriots for the Dolphins, where they just ran wildcats all day against them and absolutely obliterate the Patriots. It hasn't been seen consistently for a long time now. But it looks like Purdy's going to step in anyway. So JJ said, let's be honest, the third string quarterback in Super Bowl would be terrible. Yeah, I mean, they were saying that Jimmy G was going to be back for this game. He was going to be eligible to return for the NFC Championship game, but he's not suited up. Obviously, they weren't banking on the fact that Purdy was going to get injured on the first drive and not even needing Josh Johnson. But, yeah, but you, as a neutral fan, if your team's being knocked out, you want the best matchup in the Super Bowl that you can. And whichever the 4 teams get to the Super Bowl out of these remaining 4 teams, they have been the best 4 teams for the majority of this NFL season, especially the Bengals and 49ers have fought back well in the second half of the season. Were probably the 2 hottest teams going into the playoffs as well. But whichever teams get to the Super Bowl, I mean, if the Eagles do win this one, whoever they play out, the Chiefs and Bengals, is going to be a great game. So I doubt they practice it. Probably not too much. I've probably got a few plays drawn up for McCaffrey taking, but that's more in terms of a trick play rather than a full scheme of Wildcat. But Purdy's out there anyway. Can they just work it down the field? Can they work it into the end zone and just make this Eagles team a bit nervous? So 1st and 10 from their own 45. And it's a handoff to Samuel on the sweep. Fighting to try and get back to the line. And loses around 4 or 5 yards on that play. So 2nd and 14 for the 49ers. It's shotgun formation. Will we get a pass from Brock Purdy? Let's see how that elbow is doing. It's not. It's going to be another handoff to McCaffrey up the middle. Only gains 2. And now you found yourself in a 3rd and 12.
Throw it.
And they're going to have to. They're going to have to do something here. Can Kyle Shanahan draw some sort of trick play up? So 3rd and 13. And it's going to be a pass play from Brock Purdy. Dumps it off to McCaffrey. But swallowed up again by the Eagles. Only gaining 3 yards. And that's going to be up 4th down. It's going to be a punt for the 49ers. It was a screen to Christian McCaffrey. It is going to be a punt. Wisnowski's out. Looking to pin the Eagles as deep as possible. Fair cut at the 8-yard line of the Eagles, and that's where they'll start. 49ers need to force a turnover. They're going to stay in this game. As the commentators were saying there, they need to know now how much Brock Purdy can throw it. So on the sideline, they need to get that arm tested. If he's unable to throw it, other than those little dump-off passes, they've got to come up with something else, and potentially might as well have Christian McCaffrey playing quarterback, because at least he's a threat at potentially throwing the ball or running the ball. But there's no point in having Brock Purdy out there just handing the ball off. It's a waste of a player. He needs to know whether he can throw it. I personally wouldn't mind seeing what they can do creatively with a bit of wildcat with Christian McCaffrey. You've got Deebo Samuel as well, who you can hand it off to. You can almost run the sort of Eagles offense, that RPO offense with Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. Be pretty hard to stop. Of course, those things would have to be schemed. It's very difficult to all of a sudden start drawing plays up on the sideline. Just want to remind you, of course, that we are also going to be live streaming the Chiefs and Bengals AFC Championship game. So make sure as soon as this game finishes, you head over to that live stream. It's going to be pretty quick straight after this one. So make sure you head straight over that. Come and join us for that. It kicks off at 11:30 at night over here in the UK. So we'll be up until the early hours watching that one. So please make sure you come and join us. Come and say hi in the chat and come and give your thoughts for that game. It should be another cracker. After this one, potentially it's not lived up to the hype and this type of game that we were expecting.
Yeah, if this was the second game, I'd go on there.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They're on their own 9-yard line. There's a handoff up the middle. Well stuffed by the 49ers. Just looks like a 1-yard gain. Scott on the run there. It's a 2nd and 9. Can this 49ers defense force a turnover? And it's going to be a pass for Hurts. Scrambles out to his left. Sets off running. And gets close to a 1st down. Looks like he's a yard or 2 short. So again, can this 49ers defense force a 3 and out? So it's 3rd and 2. Empty backfield for Jalen Hurts. Got to take into account Hurts' running ability. Throws out wide, and it is caught for the 1st down. It's to Smith. That's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. So they take the ball up to their own 24-yard line. 1st and 10. It's handoff up the middle. And to Gainwell, gains about 5 yards on the ground. So 2nd and 4. It's a handoff to Gainwell again on that sweep play that worked so well for the touchdown for Miles Sanders. Unfortunately for the Eagles, it was well snuffed out this time by the 49ers. It's a 1-yard loss on that play. It's going to be up 3rd down and another opportunity for this 49ers defense to get off the field. Nick Bosa still seems to be hobbling. He's taken a couple of hits from his own players in the 1st half. Here we go, 3rd and 5 from their own 29-yard line. Snap back to Hurts, looking to pass, under pressure, gets the ball out. And it's well caught by Gainwell, who not only catches it and makes a 1st down, gains another 8 or 9 yards on top of that.
I didn't think he could.
Did well to catch it. Well scooped up from Gainwell. Now up to their 46-yard line now. Now it's a keeper from Jalen Hurts. Gains 5 yards before running out of bounds down the left. That's going to be up about 2nd and 5, but they are into 49er territory. And you feel if the Eagles score any points on this drive, this game is pretty much over because the 49ers haven't got the offense now to come back, depending on what happens with Brock Purdy coming back out or Christian McCaffrey potentially running Wildcat. It's a huge ask to come back from 3 scores down. Snap back to Jalen Hurts. Throws over the middle. Good defending from Ward. Almost knocks the ball up in the air for a potential interception, but it does hit the ground. That's the sort of play that they need. They need something just to go their way. The 49ers a pick six, a fumble six, something to keep the hopes alive in this game. So Hurts looking to pass. Lost the ball down the right sideline. Excellent defending again from Ward. Running down the sideline with the receiver. Knocks the ball away. So it's Watkins, Sammy Watkins.
Beautiful.
But excellent defending. Perfect.
Didn't touch him. Brilliant.
Got his arm out. Knocked the ball away. And that's going to be up 4th and 6. And the Eagles will punt. So the 49ers still in this game. Just. Oh, it's close to a block, but then he's running to the kicker as well. Oh, that could be a killer.
Harsh,
that could be a killer. The 49ers sent a heavy rush on the punt. But then knocked Kern flying. It's an automatic first down for the Eagles.
Oh, nightmare. He got pushed into the kicker.
Just when it looked like the 49ers still had a chance in this game, another penalty, a costly penalty. It could be the ultimate penalty that ends this game, really.
He pushed him.
So now they're down to the 35-yard line of the 49ers, already in field goal range. 49ers need a turnover. Going to have to be aggressive now on defense. Jalen Hurts sets off running. And he's got a first down, gains 12 yards on that run.
Got hammered.
Got hit hard. A bit slow to get up as well.
Maybe wants to fly.
Something tells me Hurts isn't going to be running this next play. Got a big hit.
And then 2 more came in.
So 1st and 10, just outside the red zone now. And Hurts does keep it on the run to the right, then slides down right around the 20-yard line. So from the 21-yard line, it's 2nd and 8. Snap back to Hurts. Looks to set off running. Breaks out of a tackle and runs for the first down before eventually being pushed out. And it's going to be probably the sportsmanlike conduct for pushing Jalen Hurts once he stepped out of bounds as well. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Eagles with a chance to end it. It'll be 1st and goal for the Eagles. They punch this in. You can't see any way the 49ers are going to come back in it. Clearly out of bounds as well.
Yeah.
Then Fanga comes in and pushes him. So 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Snap back to Hurts. It's handed off up the middle. Looks like he's stopped after gaining about a yard. Second and goal from 1.5 yard line. Oh, it's that formation that the Eagles like. Get behind Jalen Hurts and push, but they're stuffed. They're completely stuffed by the 49ers. 49ers were not fooled. It's pretty obvious when they get in that formation, they run the same play every single time.
Jalen Hurts is going to need an ice bath tonight.
Ends up looking like a rugby scrum. But it's third and goal. Same formation again. And they do the same thing again. But this time, I think he's got in. Unless the ball's come out. It is a touchdown. So that makes it a 3-score game.
He ended that, didn't he, really?
20-point game going into the potential extra point of making it 21. So I called this on one of the YouTube short Saturdays. It seems almost impossible to stop that play. The extra point's up and good. We've got a 21-point game, and this is now starting to look like the Eagles versus Giants game from last week. Yeah, if it wasn't already, this game's over. Yeah, that running into the punter has pretty much ended all hope for the 49ers now. They just haven't got the offense to come back from this.
Oh my God, she looks like in drag.
Yeah, 3, 4, 10 scores. What does it matter now? It doesn't. Guess we can start looking forward to the next game. So we will be live streaming that game and hoping for a better game between the Chiefs and the Bengals. So straight after this game finishes, we'll be heading over to our next live stream. So make sure you please come and join us for that one. For the Chiefs against the Bengals. In that AFC matchup, likely to be playing against the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. So will we have the number 1 seed, the Kansas City Chiefs, facing against the number 1 seed, the Philadelphia Eagles? Or will we have the red-hot Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow and that high-powered offense, faced against the Eagles in Super Bowl 57? So make sure you please come and join us for that live stream, which will be commencing straight after this one. If you're also looking for merchandise for your team, a jersey, a new jersey, a cap, a mini helmet, a bag, whatever you fancy for your team at the end of the season, make sure you head over to NFL Shop, the official shop for all NFL merchandise. Please use our link that's in the comments up at the top or in the description as well. Some fantastic offers on there. And if you use our link, it really helps us out as well. So we are affiliated with at the NFL Shop. So please use our link for the NFL Shop and take a look. So the kick is up, and it is returnable. But he's tackled down around the 25-yard line. And there's a flag as well. Brock Purdy does come back out. Of course, against the 49ers, they've had too many penalties in this game. Killer penalties as well. So Jadis, after the first week, playoff games being boring, they have. I think we were treated too much in that first wildcard round, with 5 out of the 6 games being fantastic games. The last week at times was a letdown, and then so far this one, due to that injury to Brock Purdy, it hasn't lived up to the hype. It's a handoff to McCaffrey, breaks a tackle, eventually taken down after gaining 9 yards. But as Andy said, next one should be good, depending on how Patrick Mahomes' ankle is. You know, it's all on how Patrick Mahomes can move. Joe Burrow and the Bengals have sort of had the Chiefs' number the past couple of seasons. Beat them last year in the AFC Championship, of course, at Arrowhead. But should be a cracking game. It's a 2nd and 1 for the 49ers. It's a handoff up the middle to McCaffrey, gains the first down, gains about 3 yards. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. So at the end of the third quarter, we've got a 28-7 scoreline to the Philadelphia Eagles. And unless we've got some sort of crazy miracle about to happen in this fourth quarter, it looks like the Philadelphia Eagles are heading back to the Super Bowl, which, it has to be said, will be fully deserved on their overall performance of this season. Absolutely smashing it with Jalen Hurts. Obviously lost the game to the Commanders. Jalen Hurts then got injured. They lost a couple of games. But with Jalen Hurts at quarterback, the team's gone 15-1 this season. So fully deserved to make it to the Super Bowl. A top defense and a very talented offense as well that's hard to stop. So fully deserve their place at Super Bowl 57. And whoever they face out of the Chiefs or the Bengals will produce you'd thought, a great Super Bowl. Should be a real shootout as well. Especially if, the Chiefs have obviously got a good offense, but if it was the Bengals offense against the Eagles defense, that would be a real interesting matchup to watch as well. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and help us out by hitting that subscribe button. We have gone past our goal of 1,000 subscribers that we tried to hit by the Super Bowl. So we're now challenging ourselves if whether we can hit the 2,000 mark. We can double up and hit 2,000 subscribers by the Super Bowl. So please, if you're not already, please hit that subscribe button. Check out our latest video on our preview and predictions of this weekend's NFC and AFC Championship game. We've got a range of videos on there. We also have our comedy sides of things as well in the NFL QB pub. So please make sure you go to our channel, check out our videos and our shorts. We release content, NFL content on there throughout the week. So please make sure you come and check out that so you don't miss out on any of our releases during the week. So the 49ers down 21 points going into the fourth quarter, needing more than a miracle. It's I formation for Brock Purdy. It's a handoff to McCaffrey. There is a flag. He managed to spin out of the tackle. Looked like it was going to be no gain. Spin out the tackle and gain 3 yards, but there is a flag. So it's 5-yard penalties against the defense. It's got to be said, Brock Purdy's elbow must be really bad if they're not even attempting to throw.
Jimmy's got a Cheshire Cat grin.
He's in the shotgun. And it's a sneak play to Deebo Samuel looking for blockers. He's got the potential of losing yards. He just about gets back to the line of scrimmage. I was wondering if Deebo Samuel is going to attempt to pass there. Seem to have time. But the fact that Brock Purdy's not throwing the ball now.
It's a waste of time. Get him out.
So it's another handoff to Christian McCaffrey. Works his way forward well, gains 6 yards and the first down.
He did well.
But what is happening here now is that the clock is just it's just ticking constantly. Every time they hand the ball off, they're losing 30 seconds. And you feel that the Eagles can just completely sell out on the run now as well. There's a handoff to Kittle, who gets tripped but still gains about 4 yards. So second down. It's around 12 and a half minutes left in the game. Still 21 points down the 49ers. A lot of times coming off this clock. It's a handoff to Samuel on the sweep, who gets flipped up, gains about 1 yard.
They need to do something. This is ridiculous.
And they're still running plays. They're still handing the ball off.
Watching the clock go down.
Purdy must really not be able to throw.
Shouldn't be in there. Should he?
So it's 3rd and 5, but you feel this is 4 down territory. It's another handoff to McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. Gains 3 yards. It's going to be up 4th and 2.
You know he's coming.
And the 49ers are going to have to go for it on 4th and 2. But what do they call if they're not going to pass? What would be really funny here is if they fake the handoff and then one of the players goes deep and Purdy lofts it over the heads for a touchdown. Seems to be a bit of confusion lining up. It's a toss play, under pressure, brought down, loses 3 yards on the play as well. And I think we just need to click that fast forward button to end this game now.
Yeah. With Brock Purdy, needn't bother coming back in. It's not his fault.
So the Eagles take over with the ball already in 49ers territory. And that's the game. So we can start looking forward to, of course, the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, and which team is going to likely be facing off against the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 57. So let us know in the comments, who do you think is going to win that game? Are you backing the Chiefs and Mahomes' ankle? Or are you with the Bengals and Joe Burrow 3-0 against the Chiefs? High-powered offense. Who do you expect to come out winning that one? Let us know in the comments and make sure that you join us for that live stream. We'll be commencing straight after this one. So just put the link to our live stream in the comments as well. Just put that in there. So as soon as this game finishes, make sure you click that link, head over to our live stream of the Chiefs and Bengals, and hope, cross your fingers, that we get a more competitive game and a better game than we've had in this one. So 10 minutes, 52 seconds left. The Eagles on the 43-yard line of the 49ers. There's a handoff to Gainwell. Gains about 3 yards on the ground. There's Dickerson's favouring his right elbow. Looks like he's in a lot of pain. Jay Deer said the big question, do the Eagles score again? Yeah, I think so. I think so. This could end up looking a bit nasty, this game, in the end. The best thing that can happen from a 49ers standpoint is the Eagles take as long as they can to drive down and end up scoring. And then the 49ers running is getting a few first downs and running this clock out as quick as possible. I think that'll do everyone a favour as well. It'll also do us a little favour. We can have a short break before we commence the live stream of the Chiefs and Bengals game. So hopefully this game can be over pretty quickly from now. Snap back to Hurts. It's a handoff up the middle to Gainwell, who bounces out to the right. Gains a first down and more. Managed to gain about 15 yards on that run play. Going up the middle, going nowhere, but bounces it out to the right. And now inside the 30-yard line. He'd actually fumbled the ball. The ball went out of bounds. So 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line of the 49ers. It's a handoff again up the middle, swallowed up this time by the 49ers defense and Armstead. No gain on that first down play. A lot of the same sort of emotions and faces on the 49ers sideline. Just the impact of an injury to one player, your most important player in some respects. And so second down is a handoff. It's a 3-yard loss. Well snuffed out again by the 49ers defense. So it's played, it doesn't look like it from the score perspective, but has played pretty well, the 49ers defense. Had some costly penalties along the way that extended drives. But this could be a lot closer had they not had those penalties. So 3rd and 12, empty backfield. And Gainwell now goes back. It's a handoff to Gainwell up the middle. Only gains 2 yards on the ground.
He was punching for the ball.
There's a flag right at the end.
He was punching.
Probably against the 49ers.
I think it was.
There's Greenlaw punching at the ball. So the Eagles down at the 14-yard line now. Just under 8 minutes left. Handoff to Gainwell. Again, well stopped by the 49ers defense. Loses 3 to 4 yards on that play. Second and 13 from the 17-yard line. There's another handoff to Gainwell up the middle. Fights his way forward this time, though, and gains around 6 yards. Eventually taken down around the 11-yard line. So that's going to be up 3rd and 7. Clock ticking around 6.5 minutes. It's another handoff again up the middle. But again, well stopped by the Eagles, by the 49ers rather. 2-yard loss. And it'll be a field goal attempt. Jake Elliott's out to attempt the field goal to make this 31-7. And the kick is up and it's good. So 31-7 to the Eagles, who are certainly heading to Super Bowl 57 to face either the Kansas City Chiefs or the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's got to be said, what a terrible way for this to end for the 49ers, who after that injury on that first drive to Brock Purdy have never really been in the contest. The defense has played pretty well, had some costly penalties that resulted in points for the Eagles, but have not offered anything on offense really since that injury to Brock Purdy. They had one breakout run from Christian McCaffrey where he did it all himself. But apart from that, we just look forward to now the next game and just hope that Patrick Mahomes' ankle is good to go. And we hope from a neutral standpoint anyway, we hope for a shootout in that one. Plenty of offense, hopefully, plenty of points, end-to-end stuff. That's what that's what I've got my fingers crossed for. I think Jada said it perfectly earlier with after the first week, the playoff games being boring. I think we were treated too early with those wildcard game matchups that were very close, except for the Cowboys and Buccaneers game, of course. And then last week, didn't have too many close games either. So hopefully we're going to get a real tight, high-scoring game between the Bengals and the Chiefs in the next one. A game similar to last year would be very nice. A game that went to overtime.
Yeah, overtime rules.
So 31-7. The kick's up. And Deebo Samuel's going to return the kick. He's hit, breaks out of a tackle. Still on his feet. Fights forwards all the way to the 30-yard line. So we're just around 5 minutes left in this game. It's just a case of hopefully the 49ers run the ball, get a few first downs, and then we move on to the AFC Championship game. It looks like McCaffrey's calling the plays now.
Oh, I think we get 3 touchdowns out of them, don't they?
So McCaffrey hands it off, and now we've got some real trickery. I don't know who McCaffrey was eventually throwing the ball to, but we were lateraling it left, right, handing it off. They end up back in McCaffrey's hands, thought about running it, changed his mind, then threw it, and now Brock Purdy's coming back out.
Yeah.
So after all of that, you'd have thought if that was a play they wanted to call, why not call it at the start of the second half? Because you're not coming back in this game now. So why not call it when you're 14 points down, not 24 points down? Right, back to Purdy, who's going to throw, who throws it very short and awkwardly to George Kittle.
Back to the handoff passes.
Only gains about 2 yards. It's a 3rd and 9. You imagine it's just going to be a run play?
Yes.
It is. It's toss toss left to McCaffrey. He's brought down 3 yards short. The 49ers have to go for it. We've got a scrum. Tensions have flared. It looks like Brandon Ayuk, and then we've got another one split off to Deebo Samuel, I think. Oh, we will have a. We're always. Oh, that's it. The benches are cleared now. The most entertainment we've had in this game. That was one of the 49ers offensive linemen threw someone down to the ground. The referee's telling both teams to the sideline. Jade is calling fight. Yeah, I say most entertainment we've had in this game after the first quarter, I think. Yeah, this was good. Bang. This bang, get down. Might be horse collar, choke slam. Who was it? Was it Williams? Yeah, it was. Wow. Williams, get down. Oh, then Wallace threw a punch. Wallace, who got thrown to the ground, threw a punch. It should be an ejection, really.
Williams threw a punch as soon as he threw him to the ground.
So there were flags flying everywhere as well. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Oh, dear. But do you know what this is doing? This is delaying. This is delaying us moving on to the next game, though. So we need to stop now. Right, so we've got 2 disqualified players. So obviously Trent Williams is gone. So the referees that aren't officiating this that are on the sideline was like trying to stop the Eagles players from entering the field. So it was Williams was disqualified. I think Wallace from the Eagles was disqualified. So we're just over half an hour away from kickoff in the AFC Championship game. So at 4th and 3 in this game with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. It's a toss right. It's a flip back to Samuel. He's got work to do. He can't do it, and he fumbles the ball. And the Eagles land on it. That was it anyway, because it was 4th down. So no Super Bowl. They were just debating that. The commentators were just debating that as whether how big a punishment will Wallace get now. Will it just be a fine, or is there potential that he could get a suspension as well? Because they were talking about the players that entered the field as well. You hope not, because Wallace threw a punch, but that's after he'd just been like proper slammed to the ground. So the Eagles got the ball again. And they've sent in Gardner Minshew now. Jalen Hurts' day is done.
Yeah, you want to get punched or slammed to the ground.
It's a 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. Clock around 3.5 minutes. There's a handoff up the middle. Stopped by the 49ers for a 2-yard loss. So automatic supposed to be, was that a automatic suspension? Because that is gutting for Wallace. He got proper slammed down to the ground by Williams and just got up and threw a cheap punch. And imagine if he had to miss the Super Bowl because of that. 3rd and 6. This play should be a run play. It should take us down to the 2-minute warning. It's handoff to Scott. Stopped about 2 yards short, but this will take us down to the 2-minute warning. Which we expect the Eagles to go for it from here. Trying to get that 1st down and end the game. Yeah, so this is crazy. You talk about the scoreline or what just happened then. Most entertaining part of this game, I think, that little scrum that we just had. So yes, automatic suspension for the next game. I think, well, that would be gutting. As I said, he reacted in retaliation, but I think most people would have to be slammed down like he did. That the way he got slammed down, he could have quite easily put himself into, well, not put himself into, but be thrown into the concussion protocol. The way he got slammed down, he could have banged his head against the turf, got back up and threw a cheap punch. So at the 2-minute warning, with the Eagles heading back to the Super Bowl, of course, the last time they were at the Super Bowl, they beat the New England Patriots to win that one, the Philly special. But who is it that will be facing them in the Super Bowl? Will it be the Kansas City Chiefs or the Cincinnati Bengals? That game coming up right after this one. So make sure, as I said, you please join us for that live stream. I've put the link in the comments. It's up on the screen now as well. So please, once this is completed, please head over to that. And we're getting that live stream up and running in around 20 minutes from now. And hoping for a much better football game. Now, fingers crossed Mahomes is able to run around like he does and make those plays. And we should be treated to an offensive spectacle from the Bengals with all the talent that they have And hopefully we end up with a high-scoring, close game in that one. So 4th and 2 for the Eagles. They make this the 3 knees away from the Super Bowl. And they do make it. Gainwell makes it 5 yards. And we should be just 3 kneel downs away from the Eagles being the NFC champions and heading to Super Bowl 57. So in victory formation, that's 1 knee. We should only need to do 1 more knee now.
I think he's putting his arm on because he's crying.
So here we go. The Eagles knee, and they are now the NFC champions and heading to Super Bowl 57. So we've got Philadelphia Eagles 31, San Francisco 49ers 7. And the Philadelphia Eagles are the NFC champions, deservedly so. Being arguably the best team in the NFC this season. And had Jalen Hurts not sustained that injury mid-season, they could have quite easily finished with an even better record. And so they will now face either the Kansas City Chiefs or the Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 57.
So see you now, right?
So just a reminder, we are doing the live stream of the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. That game kicking off in just over 20 minutes' time. Please make sure you join us for that one. Head on over to that one. The link is in the chat. Also on our channel, of course, as well. Just put it up on the screen. Make sure you come and join us for that game. And hoping, fingers crossed, for a much better, closer matchup than we've just seen in this one. It should be. So thank you very much for everyone that has joined us for this live stream. We really appreciate your support for joining us. And I say, hopefully we'll see you in that live stream in just over 20 minutes' time for the Kansas City Chiefs against the Bengals for a chance to play the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 57. So we'll see you shortly.